Oh, speaking of whooping some ass, we have the game starting.
All right, we're getting ready to go here, guys. Match 2 of the Engineer versus Warrior game here. This is the SOAC tournament. Game getting started in 10 seconds here. We're going to take a look at this one starting off from the Engineer point of view. We looked at the Warriors last time, so we're going to take a look at Miru Guy, who maybe AFK. Nope, he's back. We're actually seeing a bit of might being thrown up by the Warriors. That will last actually by the time they get to the point. So Warriors
a little bit of a strategy change on the Engineer side. They're going to go ahead and play with all 5 players at the beginning of the game here, which is definitely an interesting move. No surprise attacks from the 5th AFK NG.
It should be interesting to see how that goes. So both teams actually did the same exact split. They sent 3 to middle and 2 to their close point, so it's a pretty even split there. So I actually want to see how Warriors adjust their strategy to try and avoid the Engineer AoE, because again, I said this earlier, they have a lot more open space on this map to move around, so they definitely are going to have an easier time avoiding these grenades compared to the last map, but they were sort of choked into that one chokehold of the middle point. So looking at Dini Kong at the moment.
Dini Kong's going to get dropped. He's getting pushed on really hard right now. So much Connie's going out on him. And yep, there he goes.
Yep, he goes down. Engineers did a really nice job there pushing him out. Betty White actually getting pretty close. Yes! And it seems that nice job, Warriors. And it seems that the Engineers had to waste one of their elixirs to try and stop him. But Betty White did a nice job there of getting him up. We're going to switch over to Betty White's point of view. Definitely the most offensive warrior on this team. Obviously not in terms of vulgarity, but in terms of damage being output. Dini Kong also went down again, and nice job, Rez. Dini definitely seems to be the weaker one here. That or Engineers just really want him dead because he's a half-naked char, and that's kind of weird. But they just took down Poquito as well. They're going to try to get the stomp. And while they do have the elixir around, there was no Engineers around there to try and actually get a real res going, so they did manage to get that stomp off successfully. So again, what we're seeing here is... Now, here's the question I want to ask you, Grouch. Do you think that the Engineers have the advantage when they're trying to take down someone in down 0, or do you think the Warriors do?
When they're trying to down someone?
Yeah.
Well, they only really... I think there was only, one 100 Blades Warrior on the other team?
Yeah.
I think with just the amount of HGH NGs and the lack of Condi removal on the Warrior team, if the Engineers can get someone down, or even if they... really, they should... Like, if the Warriors go in for a res on someone that goes down, the Engineers should just apply so much Condis that they can't counter it.
But,
even if an Engineer goes down and the Warriors go for a stomp, they should just do some body bashing, to be honest. They can sacrifice one person and win the team fight just throwing so many Condis down when they go for like the double stomp.
Now, taking your comment there, it seems that the Warriors just absolutely destroyed the Engineers at the midpoint.
Well, if we saw anything like last game, it takes a little while for them to get warmed up, you know.
I don't know. I think my Warriors are going to do better this game. I think they are. We just saw there Miru Guy with his rune. He is going to be able to survive for a little bit longer. That was actually a pretty nice choice. I'm guessing that the rune is a little more reliable now since I've last been here. But nice choice there. He was able to hold that point of contention for a little bit longer, keep himself alive, give blue team a better chance to res him. But
yeah, Groshi actually gets to mid just in time to make sure he stays decapped.
So Warrior currently holds 1 point. They are actually ninja capping Waterfall. Nice job there by Meisler picking that up this game. Engineers are actually decapping Quarry as well, so they're just going to trade points here, it seems. Looking at Kuroshi. Kuroshi actually did a nice job negating there against 3 Warriors for that amount of time. But unfortunately, he is going to go down now as they can't stomp. And that's
the Snowman finisher.
Snowman.
My goodness, so BM.
Red team will take control of 2 points up, and it seems that Engineers are going to do the switch here. So do the same thing the Warriors did, and they're going to outnumber 3-1 here at Waterfall. Now my question is, my question is being answered. Warriors are not going to support him at the Waterfall. They're going to take it. They're actually going to stay safe and move back over to their quarry. They definitely have a better chance of getting that back, and they're just going to let the Engineer team retake Waterfall. Which I don't know. This may not have been the best choice actually, because now they are going to be outnumbered here in the middle fight as Engineer team starts to group up here and move in on them.
Well, like I mentioned before, the midpoint is a lot bigger for to try to land the AoE. It's a lot bigger point that gets spread out a lot more. I think the Engineers should try to play for side points. They did give up Quarry there pretty much uncontested, but I really think they should try to just push through mid and go for Quarry.
But Engineers are going to be down 1 in this team fight as they do manage to knock out Puff the Coco before the fight even starts. Paquito getting focused down very nicely. Betty White pulls off his chain combo. He goes down. Nicely done there. Warriors going to try to stomp. Let's see, and we are seeing the grenades thrown out here. Unfortunately, it's not really doing much to discourage them from stomping, and they are going to get him down. Looking at Betty White again. Engineers, again, we're seeing Engineers actually getting ousted from this point pretty easily. Betty White's going to do a bit of offensive work and jump on Arabelle Jones, who's been pretty much just throwing grenades from the sidelines this entire match so far. 3 Engineers now have been knocked out in this team fight. Nice job by the Warriors on keeping up with that. What do you think now, Grouch?
I'm holding in my comments until the end, man. This is early. It's early. I've got faith. If not, we're gonna win Kylo, no problem.
And again, we're seeing this swap again of points. Engineers is going for Quarry, and Miser is gonna go over to Waterfall. So essentially the same thing that happened a few minutes ago is gonna happen again. But 3 of the Warriors are gonna move in on Quarry. One of the Engineers, actually, let's take a look. It looks like, yep, Paquito, the very damage-heavy engineer is going to move in here and take down this gate, try to take down the red side gate. So we may see a Lord Rush. Maybe. I want to see a Lord Rush. What do you think, Grouch?
I like it, man. I think it's a good strat. It's kind of interesting because warriors are really good at taking out the Lord, especially with the Frenzy 100 Blade Warrior. They can do so much damage to it and take it out almost instantly, depending on how many warriors they've got going. But, engineers aren't bad either. And one engineer can do a lot in taking down the small bosses, and, engineers can actually solo the boss if they're good enough. So
Nice job there by the engineers holding off Quarry. They actually just had a pretty nice combo there, and they managed to take out Dini Kong, and they're going to get Betty White, too. So the Gamma is going to have to attempt to res Betty White. Let's see if they're using their grenades efficiently. I'm gonna say they did use it pretty well there because they managed to get. While they did manage to get Betty White up, Gamma is they're both below 20% now, and unfortunately, both the warriors are gonna go down. From what I think here, as Gamma is now gonna be forced to escape. Miser Lord's coming in. Oh, this was a bit of miscommunication on their part. Unfortunately, Gamma left and Miser Lord jumped in, and he is taking a bit of unnecessary damage right now. So.
Yeah, and the engineers were able to recap Waterfall again as well. So I think my engineers are coming back. I was not worried at all.
Worse. What are you doing?
They're guarding mid. 2 mid.
Stop.
Unbeatable strategy.
What are you doing? Miser Lord against Miser Lord. Actually, he's winning here. He's back with Dini Kong again here. Again, the communication, I'm gonna say, based on what we're seeing here, their movements is not optimal for the warriors. I think the engineers definitely have a better communication.
Well, just keep in mind that obviously these people have been kind of thrown together, never played together before, so we're really just winging it all.
Just making a general comment.
That's where the fun is.
They're all been thrown together. They're on equal footing on that point. But engineers here doing a nice job knocking down the warriors here. They're doing a pretty good job of defending this point. But what I was referring to is there's a lot of where a warrior will leave a point and another one will jump on. I don't know if that's done on purpose. That may not be the best choice in my opinion. I don't know what you think about that. As one gets low, one would leave, but then another one would jump on, and he would be the only one on the point against another 3 engineers. So possibly not the best decision there, in my opinion. But
if they had it decapped, maybe it'd be a good strat. But the fact that they don't, they're kind of just going on point for no reason.
Yeah. So
that's why I mentioned before that the engineers should definitely be playing side points, just because the points are smaller and they can focus their AOE a little bit better.
Unfortunately, they did manage to get Paquito down, but Dini Kong's vengeance ran out, and he died. And well, Paquito got back up again. He died.
Womp womp. Yeah, laying out the Connies again. All those warriors are getting pretty low here. This is, I think it's this point. I know we don't say GG, but the fight on this point is GG at this point.
The warriors looked like they had that, and the engineers just really overwhelmed them there. So it's interesting. Oh no, we're seeing Titan come in here with a. We see 2 war banners down here on this point. They really want to keep They really want this point back, as it is their close point. But the engineers are doing a phenomenal job at holding it, despite this being the warriors' close point. And I think, yep, their warriors are going to pull out now because, unfortunately, due to this oversight, Miru Kai was able to come in here to the middle point and decap that. So the warriors currently have absolutely no points to their name. They focused way too hard on trying to get Quarry back. And unfortunately, they lost their middle point, which they worked very hard to get. Taking a look at Titan's point of view, we're also seeing warriors that just captured the waterfall again. So.
Oh, engineers pushing into mid, ballsy.
Well, they got the decap, so they might as well go for it, try to get it again. They did lose the team fight last time, again, probably due to the fact this is a lot more open and the Warriors have the advantage there. But maybe they just want to keep them decapped and try to get a little bit of a lead on them. They are still down, actually. Warriors are up by about 30 points, so it's going to be interesting to see how they try to do this. And it seems engineers are actually winning this team fight now, because the Warriors were already wounded from the fight over at Quarry, so.
Kind of some unintended synergy here with all these engineers running grenades. They're all stacking vulnerability. And so, like in the team fight that we saw on Quarry, I saw like 20 stacks of vulnerability on multiple people, on multiple warriors. And that's just insane synergy for the power engineers on the team as well.
Yeah. We just saw Betty White do a nice combo there on Paquito, and they managed to take him out nice and easy. Miru Guy managed to decap Waterfall, but now Dini Kong is in here trying to negate that. However, Miru Guy is actually doing a very nice job, as Red Warriors just managed to recap the middle point. It seems Miru Guy is a very good job at a single side point defender. He's doing a pretty excellent job at keeping the Warriors off the point with using his engineer build. And we're seeing, again, another engineer come in here on the point, but Warriors are going to reinforce here, so more than likely engineers are going to, unfortunately, get knocked out here.
One thing, Betty White does not have his frenzy up, so I'm not sure he's going to pop his Bull's Charge. Oh, there he actually does pop the Bull's Charge. He goes for a slow-mo 100 Blades. Gets about 5,600 damage out. Not too bad. They are going to take Miru Guy down here pretty quickly once he comes out of that spawn here.
And we do have, I believe, 4 Warriors in this fight. Yes, 4 warriors and 4 engineers at the moment, so it's going to be, I want to see how, if any of these engineers try to pull out and go for middle, because there is only 1 warrior there at the moment. But it seems they want this full-heartedly, because they're pretty confident in their team fight ability right now. Warriors have hit the 350 point mark, engineers are about to come up on it as well, so we may be seeing a Lord Rush possibly soon here, so keep your eyes out for that. And it seems that Gamma has gone, Betty White actually has gone down, Gamma was down as well, but they managed to get him up.
Mirga actually put down his Elixir R and actually rezzed himself up there. Betty White did waste his Eviscerate when Mirga was in his spawn here. I think if he was to wait that one out and pop it right afterwards, I think they would have won this fight.
No, that was interesting. Betty White actually didn't pop his Vengeance. He just took it and went down. I don't know. What do you think was the logic there? Was it just an oversight on his part, or 2 more warriors have gone down?
It's a tough call. I mean, you do waste like 8 seconds of standing around. They already lost this fight on this point. I mean, as you can see, everyone's down. Everyone is down on this point, so it's probably the best call, to be honest.
The Warriors will lose the fight over here at Waterfall, and unfortunately, due to engineers really winning these team fights, they are managing now to come back. Warriors are still holding on. They're still holding on pretty steady. They're only down by about 5 points, but it seems that because the engineers are doing such a good job in these team fights, they were managing to hold a close grasp, even being down 2 points for most of the game, and now they actually are coming back. They just taken the lead over the Warriors. So Paquito actually moving towards the red base. We're going to see what he possibly... It looks like he's taking down this... Okay, now this is the thing why I think there's a Lord Rush. Paquito actually really wants these gates down. But the thing is Warriors know this. So Warriors know there's going to be a Lord Rush.
I think there's some poor communication going on here. On that respawn, they all went different directions. I think they probably should have pushed into Quarry and just taken back home point as soon as possible. If they had just rushed home point with as many as they had off respawn, I think they'd have been able to take it no problem and put themselves back into the game.
Now they are up against Tiny Kuroshi. It seems they're just going to bail it. They had a 2-1 lead over Kuroshi there, or 2-1 advantage over Kuroshi rather. But for some reason, and yet we're seeing the Warriors actually going for a Lord Rush now. Miru Guy is trying to negate a little bit here. We do have 2 warriors, but he's doing an excellent job taking down Betty White. Unfortunately, the entire warrior team is not here. We're going to open up the map just real quick to see how they're moving. We're seeing all the players sort of negate their way over here. Warriors are winning this race, but unfortunately, Betty White's down. They are already weakened in terms of trying to win the fight, so this may not work out as well as they initially planned it. Engineers getting pretty close to victory here. They only need 30 points to win, so this is really Warriors' last chance to make a victory here. Doesn't look like it's going too well, though. Engineers saw this coming.
Cue Benny Hill music. This is interesting. Yeah, they're putting damage on the Lord now. Oh my goodness.
Lord about 50% health. Warrior team getting very low. 2 members of the Warrior team are down. Titan's going to go low as well. Titan's probably going to go down here. We're seeing the Lord getting pretty low. Blue Lord's at about 40% health. And it seems that they ran out of time, and the Engineer team will take this fight with the 2-0, and they are going to win the set. Nice job by the Engineers. Nice job by the Warriors. Unfortunately, they will be knocked out of the tournament today, and our Engineers will be moving on to the final round, or to the semi-final round. Just mark that down real quick.
Yeah, I think that was probably the best move for them. Unfortunately, I don't think they all went in together at the same time. And it looks like Kuroshi actually got one of them taken out of the fight before even everyone else arrived. Had they coordinated that a little bit better, I think they could have maybe pulled it off.
So we are just going to note that in Skype real quick. Give us just a minute here to adjust all this stuff. Here's just a minute.
So who do we got coming up next time for the next round?
Next, we're going to have the Mesmers versus the Elementalists, but I think we're going to get the Engineer Captain in here for just a second to see how he was thinking. Okay, and just 1 second, I'm going to update the bracket for you guys real quick so we have the updated stats. Right.
You're showing Skype on stream, apparently.
Oh my god, I keep doing that.
Yes, you're bad at the internet.
This is a pain in the booty. We're going to go over to this one.
Oh, there's me.
Hey,
Nice.
There's you. Because I don't have you in a separate window, and I'm still figuring this stuff out. We're just gonna go to my point of view. So as we see here, we do have the set. Vaz's Engineers are gonna move on to the semifinals, and next up we have the Mesmers versus the Elementalists. So give us just a second here. We're gonna go over to my webcam. Doing communication on Skype, and 1 second, so I don't show it again. 1 second. Un momento, por favor. Let me get this. No, not this one. I want this other one, this other group. Ah!
Grouch, Best Guardian, GW2. Well, sir, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Get H-Man in. I don't have any control over that, man. I have no control over the Warriors getting H-Man.
So we're gonna.
I'm just a peon. I'm just here for my face, and that's it.
Just give me a second. We're gonna add someone to our call here. Let me see. Is this what I want to click on?
So we're bringing in Vaz, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm bad at multi-scheduling. I'm just figuring
It's all right.
out.
It's all right. We'll bear with you. We know this is a learning process for you.
Hopefully this doesn't screw up. Yay!
If it does, it's your fault.
That's correct. It's correct. I did it right.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, what's going on? So in here right now we have the engineer captain with us, Sam. So what were you guys? So you guys won the first round. You guys are moving on to the semifinals. What was your thinking process going on there?
I knew that warriors are a little viable to chilling, so I wanted to focus a lot on the grenades and the pretty much overall HGH is probably the best spec we have to use right now. So I wanted to focus mainly on that. I didn't know how tanky they'd be, so I decided to bring the static discharge just in case for the cleave, which seemed to work out really well. So I was really proud of my team. Just I think the overall conditions that we put on the warriors really just made us take out the victory, I guess.
Yeah.
Vaz, I see a question in chat. Why were there no mortar builds? Where was the mortar? I think it could have been a.
Go away, seriously. You know.
Get out of my room.
Ma,
More hot pockets.
Esports.
It's my brother. No, but you know, we're actually deciding on doing all mortars in every single slot for our next round. We thought it'd be a little more interesting against those Ellie's or Mesmers. So 5 mortars per person, 25 mortars. I think we got this.
I think that's gonna be amazing to see. I was waiting. I had heard tell that you guys were gonna do your all turret builds for the first round. What happened to that?
I don't know where he heard that, but like I said, we really wanted to win because last time on Thursday we lost our first match, so we're kind of just going try hard, I guess this time, trying to pull out a win.
You're in it to win it?
Yeah, we're here to kick ass and chew bubblegum.
All right, well, good luck in the finals to you, or the semifinals, and hopefully the finals for you. We'll see you in a bit.
I have faith in you, Vaz.
We have.
All right.
I had faith in the Warriors, but now I must place my faith in you because
This isn't the first time you've been wrong, Blue.
Appreciate
Getting
it.
used to it.
don't rub it in my face or anything, you know. Just. But anyway, thanks for taking the call, this Sam. We're gonna get back to the match casting now, and we'll hopefully see you in the semifinals and the finals.
All right, thanks. Have a good one, guys.
You too.